Hey there, curious minds. Have you ever wondered if there's more to our universe than meets the eye? What if I told you that scientists are discovering new dimensions beyond the four we're familiar with? Imagine a reality where dark matter isn't just a mystery, but a window into hidden worlds. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, buckle up because today, we're diving into the groundbreaking findings that could change everything we thought we knew about the universe. Could there be a fifth dimension, or maybe even 37? Let's explore these mind-bending discoveries together. A fifth dimension and dark matter. Imagine a world beyond what we can see, beyond the familiar three dimensions of space and one of time. Scientists have recently proposed the possibility of a fifth dimension, one that could explain the mysterious phenomenon we call dark matter. This is a bold theory, but it's gaining traction in the scientific community. Dark matter, which makes up about 85% of the universe's mass, is invisible to our instruments. Yet, its presence is undeniable because of how it affects the way galaxies move. Now, what if dark matter isn't just some invisible substance? What if it's actually the result of particles interacting in a hidden fifth dimension? This idea suggests that the familiar particles we know, such as electrons and quarks, could be moving through a higher dimensional space, one that we can't perceive with our traditional tools. Imagine a wormhole or portal, allowing particles to travel between dimensions, which explains why we can't directly see them. The existence of this dimension could revolutionize our understanding of physics, helping us finally understand the cosmos's most enigmatic components. Think about it. If dark matter is merely a doorway between dimensions, then perhaps the universe is far more complex than we've ever imagined. What if there are hidden worlds out there, just beyond our reach, and we're on the verge of discovering them? The boundaries of our universe might be far broader than we think, and we could soon be exploring a new dimension in ways we never thought possible. What do you think? Could a fifth dimension be real? Manipulating time. What if I told you that scientists have found a way to manipulate time itself? Yes, you heard that right. Time as a dimension might now be within our control. Cutting-edge advancements in photonics have led researchers to explore a unique fourth dimension, not space, but time. Through precision technology, scientists are now able to change the way light behaves in a time-altered environment. This discovery isn't just mind-blowing, it's revolutionary. For decades, we've relied on light's speed to carry information. But what if the speed of light itself could be manipulated by altering time? This new development could lead to faster data transmission and advanced computing capabilities. Imagine the impact on everything from communications technology to artificial intelligence, innovations that would have seemed impossible just a few years ago. Scientists have managed to harness light's temporal properties, controlling its path and speed over time, allowing it to exist in a form we've never seen before. In a world where time seems fixed, this breakthrough feels like stepping into the realm of science fiction. But the implications are real. If we can control the flow of time through light, it might not be long before we see entirely new technologies emerge, affecting how we communicate, compute, and even perceive reality. Are we on the verge of seeing time manipulated for real? Four-dimensional crystals. Now imagine crystals that defy our understanding of the physical world. Quasi-crystals, a fascinating class of material, have just shown us a glimpse into the fourth dimension. These materials don't follow the simple, repetitive patterns we associate with traditional crystals. Instead, they display a kind of periodicity that goes beyond the three-dimensional world we know, hinting that there might be a higher dimension hidden in plain sight. In these crystals, atoms are arranged in a complex, higher-dimensional pattern that we previously thought impossible. They don't just repeat at regular intervals like most crystals. They have an arrangement that resembles a four-dimensional lattice. This discovery has profound implications because it shows us that nature can manifest complexity in ways we haven't fully understood yet. These quasi-crystals challenge everything we knew about symmetry and structure in the material world. They suggest that the way atoms and molecules interact might not be limited to the three dimensions we experience. Scientists have been uncovering the secrets of these strange materials, and the results are shaking up the world of solid-state physics. By studying these quasi-crystals, researchers are beginning to question the very nature of reality. What if these materials aren't just quirky exceptions? What if they're the key to unlocking new technologies or even new laws of physics? These quasi-crystals might just be the first tangible proof that there's more to our world than what we can see. Could they be the first step toward discovering hidden dimensions all around us? Lisa Randall and the higher dimensional universe. Have you ever wondered why gravity is so much weaker than the other fundamental forces of nature? It's a question that has puzzled scientists for centuries, but theoretical physicist Lisa Randall may have cracked the code. Her work in the field of extra dimensions suggests that gravity's weakness could be explained by the possibility of our universe existing on a three-dimensional membrane embedded in a higher dimensional space. Imagine our universe is like a flat sheet floating in a multi-dimensional sea. If gravity is leaking into these extra dimensions, it could explain why it seems so much weaker compared to electromagnetic forces or the strong nuclear force. This idea opens up a new way of thinking about higher dimensions, that they could be hidden in plain sight, affecting our reality in subtle, unnoticed ways. Randall's groundbreaking work has forced us to rethink everything we know about space, time, and gravity. By studying the behavior of particles at extremely high energies, she's laid the groundwork for understanding how the universe might be constructed on a deeper, hidden level. Theoretical physics could be on the verge of a major breakthrough, as Randall's work could provide a new framework to understand the fundamental forces of nature. Could this be the key to finally explaining gravity's mysterious weakness? If higher dimensions are indeed real, we might just be on the brink of uncovering the next great frontier of science. What do you think? Could extra dimensions be the secret to unlocking the mysteries of the universe? The future of physics could hold answers we never thought possible. The astonishing discovery of 37 dimensions. What if our understanding of quantum mechanics was about to be turned upside down? Imagine a world where particles exist in 37 dimensions, not just the three we can see, but dozens of others we never knew existed. This mind-bending revelation could be the key to unlocking quantum computing at an unprecedented level. Recently, scientists have made a discovery that challenges everything we thought we knew about the quantum world. In a groundbreaking experiment, researchers have managed to produce photons, the fundamental particles of light, that exist in 37 dimensions. Now, what does this mean for us? Simply put, photons, which we've always thought of as existing in our familiar spacetime, are capable of existing in a far more complex, multidimensional reality. This discovery opens the door to next-generation technologies, particularly in quantum computing and communication. Imagine the possibilities if we could manipulate photons in these 37 dimensions. The processing power could be limitless, allowing computers to perform calculations that are currently beyond our wildest dreams. Quantum computing could accelerate research in artificial intelligence, cryptography, and even medicine by orders of magnitude. With 37 dimensions at play, it's not just about faster computers, it's about building a completely new paradigm of computing that could change the world. This breakthrough also pushes the boundaries of what we thought was possible in physics, forcing us to ask, what else could be out there in these other dimensions? What if there are entire new worlds of information waiting to be explored, just beyond our current reach? This discovery might be the beginning of a whole new era in science, where our understanding of reality is expanded in ways we've only dreamed about. Could this truly be the future of computing and technology? Quantum computing and parallel universes. Imagine a chip so powerful that it could prove the existence of parallel universes. Yes, you heard that right. Google's development of the Willow quantum chip has shaken the world of physics, suggesting that the bizarre, mind-bending principles of quantum mechanics might actually be linked to the possibility of multiverses. This chip, which operates at the cutting edge of quantum computing, is capable of solving complex problems that classical computers can't even begin to approach. But here's the twist. As scientists delve deeper into the chip's capabilities, they're discovering something even stranger. The quantum state of the Willow chip suggests that the computations it performs may be happening across multiple realities, or parallel universes. The quantum nature of the chip allows it to explore all possible outcomes simultaneously, in a way that classical computers never could. This might sound like science fiction, but the more researchers study the chip, the more they realize that it could be giving us a glimpse into other dimensions of reality. What does this mean for us? If quantum computing is indeed tapping into multiple realities, it could have massive implications not just for technology, but for our understanding of the universe. Parallel universes have been a theoretical concept for years, but the Willow chip could offer evidence that they might actually exist. We could be living in a multiverse, where different versions of ourselves are living out parallel lives in alternate dimensions. This idea raises even more exciting questions. Could quantum computing allow us to travel between these realities? Could we communicate with alternate versions of ourselves? The possibilities are limitless. The development of the Willow chip could mark a new chapter in the story of quantum physics. One that not only redefines how we think about computing, but could also prove that the reality we know is only one version of something much, much larger. Could parallel universes really be out there, waiting to be discovered? That's all for today, explorers. What do you think? Are we really on the verge of discovering new dimensions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this mind-bending journey with us. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Space Facts for more exciting discoveries about the future of science and technology. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Have you ever wondered what the universe is truly made of? What if everything you see around you, every star, planet, and even you, wasn't made of particles but tiny, vibrating strings? Sounds impossible, right? But string theory proposes just that. The idea that the fundamental building blocks of everything are one-dimensional strings, vibrating in ways we can barely imagine. What if this theory could explain everything, from gravity to the forces that govern atoms? In today's video, we'll dive deep into string theory and explore its mind-bending concepts. So, are you ready to unravel the mysteries of the universe? What is string theory? Imagine for a moment that the entire universe, everything you see around you, is not made of solid particles, but rather something far more mysterious. What if, at the most fundamental level, everything, from the tiniest atom to the vastest galaxy, is made up of tiny vibrating strings? That's the essence of string theory, a revolutionary idea that suggests the basic building blocks of the universe aren't particles like we've always thought, but these minuscule one-dimensional strings. Now let's break this down. Picture a guitar string vibrating. Depending on how it vibrates, it produces different notes, right? Well, according to string theory, the vibrations of these strings determine the properties of particles like quarks and electrons, particles that make up everything in the universe. These strings are unimaginably tiny, so much so that they're smaller than even atoms. And just like different vibrations on a guitar string produce different sounds, the different vibrations of these strings give rise to all the different particles and forces that govern the universe. It's a bold claim, isn't it? It challenges everything we've been taught about what makes up the fabric of reality. But what's fascinating about string theory is that it brings a fresh perspective. If we could understand how these strings vibrate, it could be the key to understanding everything. The forces that bind atoms together, the way particles interact, even the force of gravity itself, all of it could be explained by the behavior of these tiny vibrating strings. So let's journey deeper into this world of strings and see how they could change our understanding of the universe. The four fundamental forces. We all experience the world through the lens of four fundamental forces. Gravity pulls everything downward. Think of the apple falling from the tree. Electromagnetism is what makes your phone light up, or a magnet stick to your fridge. The strong nuclear force holds the nucleus of atoms together, and the weak nuclear force governs radioactive decay. But here's the thing. Even though these forces shape everything in our universe, they don't fit neatly into the same framework. Each of these forces operates on different scales, with different rules. Gravity works on large scales, holding planets and stars in place, while electromagnetism governs the behavior of charged particles like electrons. The nuclear forces, on the other hand, are confined to the tiny space within atoms. But what if they could all be part of the same system? String theory suggests exactly that. These forces may have once been unified, existing together as a single force right after the Big Bang. It's a mind-blowing thought that these forces, so different in how they act, might have all come from the same source. String theory proposes that at very high energies, like those just after the birth of the universe, these forces were united in a single, elegant force. As the universe cooled, they separated, and over billions of years evolved into the four distinct forces we observe today. But here's where it gets exciting. String theory doesn't just unify these forces, it could potentially explain why they operate the way they do. If we could understand how they evolved from 1 to 4, we could unlock answers to some of the most profound mysteries in physics. Could string theory be the key to this unification? That's the question scientists are trying to answer today. Unification of forces. Imagine this. All the forces of nature, the ones that govern everything from the tiniest particle to the largest galaxy, could at one point have been unified, existing as a single force. It sounds like science fiction, but it's a real possibility according to string theory. The idea of force unification suggests that, in the early moments of the universe, right after the Big Bang, gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces, strong and weak, were not separate entities as we know them today. Instead, they were part of a singular force that existed in harmony, working together as one. Now, picture this force like a tightly wound spring. As the universe began to cool and expand, this single force began to stretch out, cooling down and splitting into different forces over time. So, gravity, which governs massive objects like planets and stars, separated from the electromagnetic force that powers electricity and magnets. Similarly, the strong nuclear force responsible for holding atomic nuclei together, and the weak nuclear force responsible for radioactive decay, broke off from each other as well. What string theory proposes is that if we can uncover how these forces were unified, we might understand not only the origins of the universe but also a deeper connection between everything that exists. All of the laws that govern the universe could have come from this one unified force. The theory also suggests that, under extreme conditions like those found inside black holes or in the first moments of the universe, these forces might merge again. If we could access that information, we could potentially create a theory of everything, unifying all the forces of nature into a single framework. Could string theory hold the key to this ultimate unification? That's the journey scientists are currently on. Extra dimensions. String theory isn't just about small strings vibrating in a big universe. It takes us beyond the familiar dimensions of space and time. You see, we are accustomed to thinking in terms of 3 dimensions of space: up, down, left, right, and forward, backward, and 1 dimension of time. But in the world of string theory, that's just the beginning. To make sense of how the theory works, we need to accept the existence of extra dimensions, dimensions beyond the ones we can see, feel, or even imagine. Now don't panic. These extra dimensions aren't something you can just walk into. In fact, string theory proposes that these extra dimensions are compactified. They're tiny and folded up in a way that makes them undetectable with our current technology. In essence, these dimensions are hidden from our everyday experience, existing at scales so small that they're invisible to even the most powerful microscopes. But why extra dimensions? Well, it turns out that these dimensions are critical for string theory to be mathematically consistent. Without them, the strings wouldn't be able to vibrate in a way that explains all the particles and forces in the universe. Some versions of string theory even propose that there could be as many as 7 extra dimensions beyond the ones we know. These dimensions might be compactified in shapes called Calabi-Yau manifolds, fancy terms for the intricate geometric shapes that these dimensions could take. But while we can't see or directly interact with these extra dimensions, they could play a huge role in how the universe operates at its most fundamental level. If we could somehow uncover more about these hidden dimensions, it might unlock some of the deepest mysteries of physics, leading us to a fuller understanding of everything that exists. Supersymmetry. Imagine a world where every particle you know, every quark, electron, and photon, has a mysterious twin, a superpartner. This is where supersymmetry steps in. It's a concept within string theory that suggests that for every particle, there's a corresponding particle with different spin properties, often referred to as its superpartner. At first, it sounds a bit like science fiction, like something out of a superhero movie. But supersymmetry isn't just an intriguing idea, it's a crucial piece of the puzzle in string theory. You see, the fundamental particles we know today don't quite fit into the elegant equations that describe string theory. Enter supersymmetry, which smooths out some of these inconsistencies and helps bring string theory's predictions into alignment with reality. Now let's dive a bit deeper. Every particle in the universe has a property called spin, a fundamental characteristic that affects how the particle behaves in relation to other particles and forces. Particles like electrons, which are fermions, have half-integer spins, while force carriers like photons, the particles of light, are bosons with integer spins. According to supersymmetry, each fermion has a boson counterpart, and each boson has a fermion counterpart. This pairing helps to balance out equations and resolve some of the mathematical problems in string theory. While we haven't observed these superpartners yet because they're expected to exist only at very high energy scales, far beyond current technological capabilities, The idea of supersymmetry provides an elegant way to potentially explain some of the gaps in our understanding of the universe. If supersymmetry holds up under experimentation, it could open new doors in understanding particle physics and even the elusive concept of dark matter, the invisible substance that makes up a huge part of the universe's mass. Supersymmetry could very well be the key to unlocking mysteries we've been chasing for decades. Challenges and criticisms. As mesmerizing and elegant as string theory sounds, it's far from perfect. In fact, it faces a number of challenges and criticisms that have made many scientists hesitant to fully embrace it. And the biggest issue? The lack of experimental evidence. For any scientific theory to be accepted, it needs to be testable, something that can be observed, measured, and verified. However, string theory operates on such a small scale, far beyond what we can currently observe. The energy levels required to test the predictions of string theory are so high that even the most advanced particle accelerators, like the Large Hadron Collider, cannot reach them. This means that right now, we don't have a way to directly test whether string theory's predictions hold up in the real world. But that's not the only hurdle. Another criticism of string theory is the vast number of possible solutions it proposes. Depending on how you interpret the theory, string theory could describe an almost infinite number of possible universes, each with its own unique set of physical laws. Some critics argue that this makes string theory more of a mathematical framework than a truly predictive theory. Essentially, it's so flexible that it can explain anything. This makes it difficult to pin down a definitive prediction that could be tested. And then, there's the complexity. String theory involves highly advanced mathematics. Sometimes it feels like we're using abstract equations to describe things that we can't see or touch. For many, it feels more like an intellectual exercise than a practical theory that could be tested. Some even argue that scientists are chasing something that may never be testable, leading them away from more immediately fruitful areas of research. Despite these challenges, string theory continues to inspire physicists. The elegance and potential of unifying all forces into a single framework still resonate with many. And though we may not have all the answers now, the journey to understand the universe on its most fundamental level could take us to new frontiers of physics. Whether or not string theory becomes the ultimate theory of everything remains to be seen, but the pursuit of it is, without a doubt, an exciting chapter in the story of science. And that's a wrap on today's dive into the fascinating world of string theory. While it might seem like something straight out of science fiction, it's a theory that could change everything we know about the universe. What do you think? Could strings be the key to understanding the forces of nature? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing space facts. Until next time, keep looking up because the universe has so much more to reveal. Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered if the universe has a message for you? Well, next week the cosmos is doing just that. Imagine stepping outside to see a giant smile in the sky formed by planets and the moon perfectly aligned. It sounds unreal, right? But it's happening. Are you ready to witness this celestial smile? Do you know when and where to look? Let's dive into this rare cosmic event, and I'll tell you everything you need to know to make sure you don't miss this amazing sight. Smiley face phenomenon. Imagine stepping outside on the morning of April 25th, 2025, and witnessing a cosmic smile lighting up the sky. It may sound like something from a sci-fi movie, but it's going to happen in reality. Venus, Saturn, and a crescent moon will align in a rare triple conjunction, forming a smiley face in the heavens. But why is this such a big deal? Well, planetary alignments don't happen every day, and this one is a true spectacle, one that you won't want to miss. The planets and the moon will line up perfectly, creating an image that looks as if the sky is smiling at us. And who wouldn't want to see that? It's like the universe is offering us a moment of joy, a celestial wink from space. So, get ready to witness something extraordinary. This event isn't just about catching a glimpse of a rare alignment. It's a reminder that the cosmos is always in motion, constantly shifting and changing in ways we can only begin to understand. The universe has a way of showing us just how interconnected everything really is, and this rare moment is the perfect example. If you've ever marveled at the beauty of the stars, or wondered about the forces that drive our solar system, this is your chance to connect with the stars in a way that's absolutely magical. So set your alarms, mark your calendars, and get ready for a morning sky like you've never seen before. Understanding a triple conjunction. So, you might be wondering, what exactly is a triple conjunction and why does this one matter? A triple conjunction occurs when three celestial bodies, planets in this case, appear close together from our perspective here on Earth. It's not just about seeing the planets align, it's about watching them move in a dance that's both beautiful and rare. In this event, Venus, Saturn, and the crescent moon will form a perfect triangular alignment. Picture this: Venus as the right eye, Saturn as the left eye, and the crescent moon forming the smile. This alignment won't last long, so make sure you don't blink. Now, alignments like this aren't completely rare. You might see a planetary conjunction every once in a while, but what makes this event so special is the timing and the exact positioning. The planets and the moon will align in a way that looks like a smiling face. It's a cosmic coincidence that's rare enough to make you stop and stare. This isn't just any planetary alignment, it's the universe sending us a friendly reminder of how tiny, yet wonderfully connected, we are in this vast cosmic tapestry. For stargazers, this is an opportunity to witness something truly special, an alignment that brings a sense of awe and wonder, reminding us of the beauty of our place in the universe. Optimal viewing time and location. Alright, so when exactly can you catch this cosmic smile? The best time to witness this planetary wonder will be at the crack of dawn on April 25th, 2025. But here's the thing, it's not going to be visible all day, so you'll need to set your alarm and be prepared for an early start. To get the best view, you'll want to look towards the eastern horizon just before sunrise, around 5:30 a.m. local time. You may be wondering, why so early? Well, this alignment happens just before the sun rises, so the planets will be low on the horizon. You'll have a brief window of opportunity, only about an hour, before the sun gets too bright and makes it difficult to see anything. The planets will be low enough in the sky to be visible to the naked eye, but the window of time is tight. Make sure you've got an unobstructed view of the horizon, away from tall buildings or trees that might block your view of the sky. This is your moment to capture that smile in the heavens, so be sure to get everything ready the night before. Don't forget your camera if you want to snap a picture. And hey, don't worry if you've never really looked at the sky this early in the morning, it'll be worth every second. What you'll see in the sky. Now let's talk about exactly what you'll be seeing. When you gaze at the sky, you'll notice the planets Venus and Saturn positioned to form the eyes, and the crescent moon curving perfectly beneath them to create the smile. It's like the sky itself is giving you a cosmic wink. Imagine the cool glow of Venus, bright and bold, paired with the ringed beauty of Saturn, and then, just beneath them, the delicate crescent of the moon, almost like a smile that's been painted in the sky. The alignment is unique not just because it's a rare event, but because of the way these celestial bodies will interact in our field of view. You won't just see the planets in a line, they'll be placed in such a way that their positions come together to form a smiling face. It's a cosmic portrait, a symbol of harmony in the universe, showing us how even the farthest objects in space can come together for a brief moment of perfect alignment. Watching this will definitely make you feel like you're part of something much bigger than yourself. Whether you're an astronomy enthusiast or simply someone who loves a good celestial spectacle, this rare alignment will leave you in awe. And who knows, you might even feel a little more connected to the stars and the mysteries of the universe after witnessing this beautiful smile in the sky. Viewing tips and equipment. So, you're probably wondering, do you need special equipment to see this amazing alignment? Good news, you don't. This event is visible to the naked eye, which means you don't need any fancy telescopes or binoculars to witness the magic. Of course, if you do have binoculars or a small telescope lying around, you might want to use them for a more detailed view of Venus, Saturn, and the crescent moon. You'll get to see Saturn's iconic rings and Venus's bright glow in all their splendor. But even without the extra gear, you're still in for a fantastic show. The key here is location. As we mentioned, you'll want an unobstructed view of the eastern horizon. Avoid areas with heavy light pollution or anything that might block your line of sight. And if you have a camera, this is your chance to snap a photo. Just make sure you adjust your settings to account for the early morning light. This way, you'll capture the alignment in all its cosmic glory. Whether you're using a smartphone or a DSLR, make sure to share your photos with friends and family. This is a moment you'll want to remember, and what better way to keep the memory alive than by capturing it for posterity? Who knows, maybe this rare alignment will inspire you to explore more of the night sky in the future. Why this event matters. Now let's take a moment to talk about why this event really matters. You might be thinking, it's just a smile in the sky. Why should I care? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just about a cool visual. It's a reminder of the incredible beauty and mystery of the universe. Our solar system is always in motion, but we rarely get to witness moments where everything aligns so perfectly. It's like nature's way of saying, look, I'm here, and I'm stunning. Watching this event will leave you feeling connected to something bigger, something far beyond our everyday concerns. These celestial alignments spark wonder and curiosity, and that's exactly what we need more of in our lives. Think about it. Every time we look up at the stars, we're looking at something that's millions or even billions of years old. These planets and moons are part of a cosmic dance that's been going on for eons, and this brief moment of alignment is just one chapter in the grand story of the universe. It reminds us that, while we may seem small in the vastness of space, we're also part of something incredibly beautiful and intricate. So, don't miss it. Take this chance to pause, to marvel at the night sky, and to reflect on how much we still have to learn about the cosmos. And who knows? Maybe this celestial smile will ignite a new passion for astronomy or simply bring a little more wonder into your day. Thanks for tuning in, stargazers. Don't forget to mark your calendars for this rare celestial smile, and share your photos with us. What do you think? Does the universe have a sense of humor? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this cosmic journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more space wonders. Until next time, keep looking up and exploring the mysteries of the universe with us here at Space Facts.